Mercedes-AMG CLE 53, but not your ordinary one. This is the limited edition, a special car which looks amazing. Let's take a closer look. So why is this AMG special? This is the AMG Limited Edition, the special edition of the CLE 53. This is the coupe version. And first we will go ahead and check out the exterior. So the exterior of this limited edition is really nicely composed in my opinion, and that's mainly because of the combination of exterior paint and yellow details all over the vehicle. So here we are looking at the Manufaktur Graphite Grey Magno. So it's almost black color, but it's not black. Okay, so it's very dark gray, but it has this really nice luxurious shade to it. So especially if you take a look under the lights or under the sun, then you will see the difference with the black color. Otherwise, not as much. But in my opinion, this is a one stunning color together with the selenite gray, but this one is even more dark than the selenite gray, which is a lighter shade than this graphite gray. And then we have a lot of yellow details, so we will go ahead and take a look at all of these details. So the CLE 53 is powered by the inline 6-cylinder turbo engine, 449 horsepower, and this engine is coupled with AMG SpeedShift TCT 9G. So let's start here from the front and take a look at these yellow details at the studio package at the front, or aero package we can say also. In my opinion, this is something really what gives this car a different vibe than the other editions. And in my opinion, this is a really nice amount of the yellow on the edition. So let me know what do you think about this. Is this too much or it's just enough for you? And take a look here with the emergency hazard lights. How does the car look? Also, what I really love is that this car features a night package 2 or extended night package, which also darkens the grille and the front with this dark chrome or shadow chrome. So essentially it's not a classic chrome like Mercedes badge, which you can see, but it's dark chrome. And now we take a look at the wheels and also the side silhouette with the decals on the side. So these are the wheels, the best wheels which you can get on the CLE 53 Plus. This yellow outer rim in yellow finish and also under the AMG logo, this area. And it does look rather special. So Pilot Sport S5M01, so this is AMG compound and silver brake calipers with black AMG lettering. And these are 265 white tires. On the front fender we have Turbo 4MATIC Plus badge, once again in the dark chrome. Now let's take a look at the stripes or decals on the sides. So we have the AMG logos, the pattern, then we have through the behind them we have two lines, and also we have AMG logo. So it's, we can say complicated, but in my opinion overall it does look like three-dimensional and pretty cool. So these are the rear wheels, of course wider for better traction, so 3 centimeters or a little bit more than 1 inch wider at the back, so 295. And the stripe decal finish is here at the rear bumper. So now let's take a look at the rear view, and in my opinion this car looks so good. So it's really stunning with this line which goes through the shoulder and where is the fuel tank. It really sets apart from different cars this vehicle. And also the aero package or studio package gives this car just a nice amount of flicks, spoilers and lips on the boot. So it does look a little bit more sporty also with the diffuser blade. So this is what I would go for personally. Let me know in the comment section down below. So here is CLE 53 on the right side of the boot, once again in dark chrome. And we have diffuser fins and also 4 exhaust pipes, which are rounded of course, and the lip on the boot. So there is no wing, but this nice lip, which I really love. It does look just enough for this car because it's a car which is on the, we can say, elegant side, but with the, I would say, with this feeling of sportiness, of course, of aggressive design. Here is also the cover for the vehicle, so that's also something what you can use in the back. And of course, for this size of a vehicle, the boot is rather special and you can put many things in the boot, so that's really great for the practicality. Underneath, once again, a little bit more storage, and you can close it, of course, electrically, so that's really great, of course. Standard these days for these kind of cars. So this is a key fob. I love it with the AMG logo. Alright, so let's take a look at the interior, which is a premium plus and also really beautiful for this limited edition. So we have combination once again with the black and once again yellow, the same combo as on the exterior. And this is the AMG Napa leather. And of course we have many comfort creatures. I want to point out the seat ventilation, which is in combination with the bucket seats. This is something what you can, for example, you cannot get it at BMW M4, so that's really interesting. And we can see also ambient lighting, which is color matched almost with this yellow, but you can color match it in the settings of the infotainment system. Very nice and practical door bins. And check out these black door sills with the yellow AMG logo. Looks absolutely spot on for this AMG limited edition. Really nice, I love it. And also yellow embroidery for the AMG logos on the really nice floor mats with the stitching in yellow as well. Carbon fiber, as you can see here, as a decor, as a trim. Now let's take a look at the sunroof from this point of view, together with these bucket seats. These are gorgeous. And yellow seat belt. So this is full in terms of the customization. Also in the seats, check it out, it's yellow there. So this is so nicely matched, the black and yellow, that it's really wonderful in my opinion. And also the seats, these are just crazy. For daily driving, a really great balance between the sportiness and comfort. So I drove these in many different AMGs and I was really surprised. In E53 hybrid and also in the new C63, the same seats. And you can see the quality of the leather, it's really great and wonderful top level of the leather. So this is something what I really appreciate about these new performance seats. So let me know in the comments if you would go for these or the comfort seats, and shortly we'll hop inside and I will show you this vehicle also from the interior in more detail. So let's go. Seat belt extender. And here in this cockpit I set the ambient lighting to like amber or let's say yellow, but let's change it up so we can see the different colors. The most visible right now is the blue one for sure, so you can have a better imagination about the interior. Now look at this. This looks really crazy. And I have to tell you, this interior in this limited edition, it does look different. The steering wheel is a carbon fiber and microfiber on the sides. We have yellow stitching everywhere and also yellow seat belts. Of course the floor mats with the yellow logo and yellow stitching as well on the sides. Apart from that, the seats are absolutely top level. I really like these because they are more comfortable than the previous seats, but they also look better and they have the same support, maybe even better than before. So this is much better for daily driving, and yeah, I'm a big fan of these new seats. So they are not too soft, they are a little bit softer, so you feel that they are softer than the previous AMG performance seats, but they are still, let's say, firm, so you feel that you are in a special seat. So that's really what I appreciate. And also carbon fiber here, so it ties together very nicely with this carbon fiber. The cockpit is looking really fantastic here. I do love this. We have a race mode because of the AMG Dynamic Plus Package, and this interior is a really sporty design, and I really like it more than the E-Class, I have to tell you. Mainly I would say because we have a lot of trim here. So you have a carbon fiber, the E-Class is a lot of displays, and if you have a super screen then you have also display. If you don't, then you have more trim. But for a, let's say, sporty coupe, I really prefer this interior, I have to tell you. So here is the AMG button. You can see the modes. They are also changing here on this dial. If you change it up, comfort, sport, sport plus, and the race mode. And what is new also is the AMG logo here on the center console. Check this out, it's looking really nice. This is piano black, so some fingerprints, okay, but not that big of a deal in a grand scheme of things. Cup holders here, adjustable. Wireless charger for a phone, 2 USB-C ports, illuminated, and you have a place for your key fob. If the battery in the key fob dies, you put it here, where is the pictogram, the logo. We have still the start-stop button, so that's really great that you can decide if you want to use it or not. And we have really nice cockpit. Driver screen is just gorgeous, so you can pick between different ones, like the Super Sport, Sport, Classic, Navigation, Assistance, Service. So from this regard, it is looking really great. So let's check this out. My favorite is this, the Super Sport. You can also change what is in the middle. You have temperatures, navigation. It does look really great. Then you have Sport. This not my favorite, but it is okay. Then we have Classic. I'll also really love this one because it has a classic round dials. So I often use either this or the Super Sport. Then you have full screen for navigation if you are, let's say, lost and you need the navigation. Then you have assistance, so you can watch how the car is actually recognizing other cars on the road. And then service, where you have tire pressures, temperatures, this sort of stuff. And if you swipe up, then you have a really nice heads-up display. So you have a race, then I have Super Sport, Standard, Minimal, Settings, and heads-up display. So check this out. Alright, so here is the heads-up display. So let's go and check out. This is the race. I do really love the race. It does look amazing with the rev counter. Then we have the Super Sport. Not actually a huge fan of this. Standard is okay. Then we have Minimal, not much information. Settings, so you can move it up and down, and you can turn off the heads-up if you want. So I would leave it at this, at the race. This is my favorite for sure. And it pretty much looks like this. If you are sitting behind the steering wheel, you'll see it here. And it does give really amazing impression. Then if you look up, you have a sunroof. So you can close the sunshade if it's too sunny. You can also open it. The glass is a little bit tinted, more than this actually, as you can see. What you can do with this roof, you can also open it for the ventilation. So if you press here once, then you have a small gap here for the ventilation, for the fresh air. But you can also open it fully, which is not the case in all modern cars these days. And you can close it, of course. So that's really amazing for the sunroof. I do love this feature. Otherwise the cabin feels really premium. Nothing is squeaking here or making sounds, so the build quality is actually very solid. I try to press in a normal way, not extreme, but I don't hear anything. So the build is very, very nice. Here is a glove compartment which you can lock, where you have a additional storing space, and here is a storage space in the middle compartment as well, under the armrest with the USB-C port illuminated as well, which is quite spacious here. In the rear seats, check this out. So here are the rear seats. They can fit me as an adult person, 184 centimeters, 6 feet and 1 inch. And you have cup holders, so this is really usable for 4 adult people, this car, and for kids, plenty of space in the back. So really, really fantastic for daily usage, this car. Also Isofix for child seat. Let's put this back. Okay, okay. Wow, I thought it would crush my legs, but no, check out. I still have room here, so this is nice, 5 centimeter, like 2 inches. I also have a armrest here. It's rather small, but it is here. Also speaker. The window is sort of like in the tank. It's small, but yeah, I don't have a claustrophobic feelings here. Also check out here, we have a we have a hanger for your jacket. Really nice. Airbag here as well. And some small storage space here as well. Check it out, near the seat. So this is my driving position, which is remarkable. Quite a lot of space. I'm actually shocked. Check out here for my legs. Also I can put them, I have the seat as low as possible, and I can put them also fully under. Check this out. And I have seat as low as possible. Also I love these openings, and also here you can see the light. Check it out. Also this is the leather. Check it out. So from the back these seats are in leather, really top quality. Usually here is like a plastic, but in this case you have a leather. Really, really what I love. For example, here is a harder plastic, so maybe in the future this could be improved, but yeah, it is what it is. Overall, I'm really pleased with the rear. Check out also here we have 2 cup holders, not adjustable, but they are here. Also some small storage space, and most important thing also is the Isofix, because in these seats usually would sit kids in the child seats, so it is ready for this, which is the most important thing, usually for the seats. How often would adult people my size sit here? Not often, I think, but it is possible, as you can see, which is a fantastic option to have. Alright, so when I was sitting in the S-Class Coupe, I don't think I had this much room. I certainly had less leg room, and maybe the same or maybe a little bit less of the headroom. So my head is touching the headliner, so I would, if I would sit here, I would just lean a little bit forward, okay? So I have a little bit more so I don't hit my head to the headliner. But yeah, it is doable. I could sit here if I would have to, even for 5 hours. It would not be ideal, but it is possible. In 911 on AMG GT 2-door, the new one, I could not sit in the back. So here I can, which is, I would say, limit in terms of the height, 184 centimeter, 6 feet, more than 6 feet, and less than 6 feet and 1 inch. That's essentially my height. And yeah, I'm actually really surprised with this and quite happy in terms of the possibilities, because this looks like a very sleek coupe. I think it's wonderful to have a possibility to have 2 adult people in the back. Usually this is, as I mentioned, for the kids seats, so kids will have plenty of space here, and you can also put some stuff here, jacket bags, so really practical stuff with the CLE, and this is amazing. What is also amazing that you can fold these seats. Check it out. You can fold it and transport larger objects, longer objects here as well, and it's yeah, it's almost flat, not fully, but almost flat with the trunk. So this is just amazing. You can also fold only this, check it out, only the middle, so you can transport the skis or something narrow and long and still have 2 people on board. So this is so practical, really amazing. So the split is 40, 20, 40 in terms of the percentage. Alright guys, so impressions about the sound. In terms of the sound check and stationary sound, we have some pops and gurgles from the exhaust. During drive, it's even more enhanced and louder. I can also tell you that this sounds much better than the C63. Now let's go for a drive and let's find out if the CLE 53 is a good daily AMG. .63, 3.44 and 0 to 62 miles per hour, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. These are crazy numbers. And remember, this car is without the AMG Dynamic Plus Package. And what can it do with the package? It's absolutely mind-blowing what this car is capable of. Welcome on board of the really great offering from the AMG, and that's the CLE 53 AMG. Now the CLE, we can say, is more than the 63. The 53 is more than the 63. Why? Well, mainly is because this car has a 6-cylinder, unlike the C63, which has 4-cylinder. This is how this car can push really effortless power, and I really enjoy how this car gets moving. Really enjoyable power delivery, 400 and almost 50 PS horsepower, 449, and just a sweet tone. Speed shift transmission, nice in the corner. This handles so nicely for this large coupe, which this actually is, because we can say that this is a E-Class coupe almost. Wow, this car is so flat. And it's pulling like nothing else. What I love is the seating position. You almost feel like you are in the GT2 door. You are sunken in the cockpit, nice and low, and you are cocooned in this cockpit. And yeah, to me this feels more satisfying than the C63 4-cylinder, which is more powerful, is more brutal than this car. You feel in the C63 that it goes better, okay, it's more dynamic. So on the contrary, it should be better than this, but in some cars, especially if you go into the larger segments, not like hatchback, not A-Class or CLA, but if you go higher, C-Class, CLE, which is equivalent to E-Coupe, not C-Coupe, but E-Coupe or E-Class, then if you have performance car, you sort of want the 6-cylinder because it was always there before. And you don't even need to do like full kickdown. This has so much power. Now I overtook this truck and I had like, I don't know, 50% power, and it dropped a couple of gears, and so smooth with the 6-cylinder. Really enjoyable experience. And this car can also have AMG Dynamic Plus Package, which on this car is not optioned. But with that you have dynamic engine mounts, you have so much stuff which improves. You have race mode, you have drift mode as well. So you have so much more capabilities with that package as well. But even without the package, if you ask me, I think it's fine. So yeah, that's really interesting that even without the package, I am, we can say, fully satisfied with the capabilities of this car. Let's test here the corner, so let's go. Okay. Now the traction control already cut me, but wow. For such a big car, it can handle really nicely. And this is not a 63, this is a 53. So we have to consider this as well. For the 53 package, I think this is a really fantastic offering. AMG Limited Edition. Would you go for this edition or for a different spec? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you soon in the next video. Have a wonderful day.